It has been 2 years since episode 1 of End of Memeverse came out. And now at the time of writing this script, the second episode is finally out. So, Derpy Horse, I just want to say thank you so much for giving me more content, because I have been kinda dry for a while. Anyways, so, after watching it with my sibling, I was in shock at what was unveiled during the episode. I can agree that this is a huge upgrade from episode 1. The animation was better, the story has improved, the voice actors were average. But overall, I loved this episode. Was it perfect? No. But it is something I will remember forever. And in this video, we will be giving a full analysis of this episode. We will talk about each important segment, and pretty much talk about the possibilities of the story going forward. Even the possibility of this debunking my theory on the chief from the Special Strike, and him being present at the end of the Memeverse. All of that and more in this video. Watch to the end to have full context on what the heck just happened. Remind you that there will be spoilers, so watch episode 2 before watching, okay? And for those of you who are new, my name is Dr. Sprinlock, and welcome to a new video. In the beginning, we are introduced to Headless Chica, who was present in Special Strike. She finds a portal gun in the hands of a deceased Shadow Freddy and goes back to her universe. She walks into a battlefield and encounters a rampaging Death Horse. She also reunites with Scrap Baby, and the two question each other. Then they were interrupted by Death Horse, who seems to have more abilities in his arsenal. Scrap Baby and Chica work together to save the few survivors from their former friends, who are now under Death Horse's control. Proof of this is the vibrant glowing blue eyes that give us the audience assurance. They find an abandoned building and come across Spring Bonnie. Spring Bonnie reacts in fright, but is relieved that it's only friendlies. Spring Bonnie explains the reason for his reaction by warning them that he saw Death Horse in the building with him not too long ago, claiming it was so fast that he can hardly tell who it was. Then all of a sudden, BAM! Death Horse reveals himself by blindsiding Headless Chica. He attacked Scrap Baby and was close to killing her. Headless Chica tries to help, but it's not enough. Then, with some sort of hope, Spring Bonnie comes in and finds a weapon, then aims at Death Horse. Spring Bonnie shoots, but Death Horse dodges with intense speed, leaving everyone pondering about what just happened. Chica and Scrap Baby, along with the survivors they have saved throughout the first segment, head to a sanctuary near the fortress. The survivors begin to question if they can trust Chica with their lives. Chica explains that she was in a situation just like this recently, within the events of Special Strike. They ask what role she played during that event. Chica then lies and claims she destroyed the Endomech, which we all know isn't true. Off screen, they come up with a plan to invade Death Horse's fortress. 2 days later, Scrap Baby alerts Spring Bonnie that the plan is in motion. We then get a montage of them building a warship to launch a raid on the Death Fortress. The next segment focuses on the animatronic survivors from episode 1 after leaving the cave. Toy Freddy is set on his plan on looking for DD. But the others are not fond of this plan and are sure that they will fail. Meanwhile, we are introduced to some sort of upgrading machine called Experiment X. Then we get the classic musical moment from Death Horse with Dee Dee trying to stop Experiment X, but unfortunately failing, because if you really think about it, it's Death Horse. Both factions of animatronics arrive on the scene, and then they are ambushed by Death Horse's goons. The battle was fierce until Dee Dee arrives on the scene. She immediately has control of the situation, knowing that no matter what happens, the outcome is the same. She is excited to finally test her power on the ones who mocked her and made her inferior to them. The battle that happens shortly after proves that she wasn't bluffing, as she could hold her own against the others. Though the battle was short-lived, Dee Dee retreats after seeing that she is satisfied with softening them up. She then begins to tell them that he wants to speak to them. She disappears, leaving everyone in shock. Scrap Baby then shares that she has a bad feeling. They reassure her that they are fine, and they have a tank, which is Nightmare Fredbear. Scrap Baby then tells him to not let his guard down. Unfortunately, that order wasn't followed, and Death Horse kills Nightmare Fredbear. Death Horse quickly attacks the group and kills many of them, one by one. Headless Chica, seeing this, cowards away and flees, but Death Horse gives chase. Death Horse, realizing that this is a waste of time, decides to go back and capture the other survivors. Headless Chica comes back and claims that they may have lost the battle, but they didn't lose the war. Death Horse replies saying, by getting up again, you just lost. But then, oh my goodness, this scene, yes, this scene made Death Horse the most disrespectful SFM villain in existence. Everyone knows, and I repeat, everyone knows that there is something worse than death. Don't worry, I got you. I will tell you what's the most disrespectful moment in SFM history. Death Horse utterly humiliates Headless Chica in front of everyone who has ever trusted her, by exposing the lie she was telling and destroying her confidence. I'm telling you that this scene just made me love Death Horse more than any other SFM villain in existence. That is what a villain should be. A villain is supposed to make sure that the hero doesn't succeed. Death Horse is in control of this entire situation. There's nothing that can stop him now. No one. Literally, he won this episode. They can't beat him. He has mind games, and he got into Headless Chica's head. He's officially a menace to society. Death Horse, though, gives us the audience something very important. One of the captured survivors who are sitting has something that he wants. None of the survivors come clean, so Death Horse and Dee Dee give them a warning and tell them to watch their backs, or they may never see them again. Death Horse, of course, lets them go because, plot. Scrap Baby and Toy Freddy decide to go get the other survivors that stood behind at the cave. Little did they know that they were being followed by Death Horse. Back at the base, a mentally defeated Headless Chica sulks and has given up on hope. The others cheer up and strengthen Chica so she can lead them again. Everyone then questions her on what the next plan is. She remembers that they need more people to defeat Death Horse, so she does the one thing that we were expecting. She pulls out a portal gun that was previously owned by the Shadow Army in the Special Strike series and tests it to see if it still works. It appears that the portal gun works, and now her plan is to gather an army from the vast SFM multiverse, just like Freddy and Bonnie did in Special Strike. Spring Bonnie tells everyone that he can replicate it and create multiple of them for everyone to speed up the progress. Meanwhile, Death Horse and Dee Dee seem to have listened in on this plan. Dee Dee sees this as a good idea for them, but claims they don't have a way to do so. But remember everyone, this is Death Horse we're talking about. Death Horse corrects her and shows that he can create portals at will. Man, he just built different. Now that's the end of the episode, guys, leading to a new arms race for recruits in the future episodes. Now what are my thoughts? Well, what are my thoughts? I genuinely like this episode. I recommend it to anyone who hasn't seen it yet. I don't have a problem with it, except for two characters, Scrap Baby and Headless Chica. I felt like they're very rushed, possibly the most rushed characters in SFM history. The best thing about it was Death Horse and Dee Dee. They completely stole the show. I have much more love for Dee Dee, much better evil, because she actually has a reason to be. Death Horse though was just perfection, like one of the greatest and most well-written villains in SFM history. And the animation was amazing, the story was good, I can't wait to see more. Overall, the episode is great, 7 out of 10. What's next? I don't know. I have not seen the teaser trailer for episode 3, so I'm pretty much in the unknown at this point. So after I finish editing, I'm gonna go see it. And definitely a video about episode 3 when it comes out, because honestly, I'm excited for it because the story's already so good. But what's next? Honestly, what's in my head? What is going to happen next? So, at the end of the episode, we were shown Scrap Baby in some sort of dream sequence where she is confronted by an upgraded Death Horse. It appears that Scrap Baby is fated to be by Death Horse's side in the war. It also appears that Scrap Baby is not who we think she is. It's weird, but I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. So, what do you guys think? Honestly, this was one of the greatest. This was a good episode. I liked it. There's really nothing else I have to say about it. Pretty much only time will tell. I hope you guys enjoyed. Obviously, I got through the outro. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to smash that like button, and if you don't, honestly, I'll send Springtrap to your house. Also, hit the subscribe button if you want me to explore more of the SFM multiverse. Have a great day.